And hello everyone, welcome again to our Taylor's University Digital Open Day live chat. And today we have the lovely
Ting!
Ting, thank you so much for your time to be on our live chat and sharing us your experiences in Taylor's University for all those people who are wondering about joining us or not. Thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Really appreciate it. Alright, so to kick things off, I'm going to just ask you a few simple questions and then you can just branch off from there, okay?
Okay.
Alright,
sure.
so first off, where are you from?
I'm actually local here.
Mm-hmm.
I live about 30 minutes drive away from Subang, so I'm actually local here.
So you drive back and forth?
Yes, I drive back and forth every day.
Alright. And what are you studying?
Currently, I'm studying actually a degree in finance and econs, which is Bachelor of Business.
Oh, you're doing a bachelor's in business. So, what semester are you in?
I'm in semester 2.
Semester 2. So, would you say that you've been here for 1 year, or did you do foundation or in Taylor's before your bachelor's?
Okay, so before I come into degree, I actually went for college before, which is pre-U in SAYS International.
Alright. So how do you like your course so far? You're doing finance and economics?
Yeah. Actually, it's quite nice. It's quite interesting, and it's really coherent with whatever I'm expecting out of it, in finance and econs.
Oh, really? Well, what were you expecting, and what did they do to reach your expectation?
Okay, so what the Taylors taught us was bit by bit. For example, finance require a bit of quantitative methods. So in semester 1, I didn't take introduction to finance, but what I took was quantitative methods first. And semester 2 right now, they took introduction to finance. So it was an easier transition for me to go into intro to finance.
Oh, okay, that's good. Well, I guess if anyone's interested in School of Business, right?
Yes.
Or interested in finance and economics major, then you can ask Mei Ting all of these questions.
Yes.
All right, very nice. So now, since you're in semester 2, you're going to go into year 2, year 3. Are you doing that transfer at the end? Because one of our previous people that we had over here mentioned that they were transferring towards the end of their degree. Are you doing the same thing as well?
I am planning to transfer my 3rd year to University of Queensland. University of Queensland of Technology, because Taylors actually have a partnership with them where you can transfer them with your credit straight away. And I just want to go there to get an extra exposure and all that to different places. Yes.
Oh, that's really good. So as a business student, you get to have the opportunity to transfer overseas to another university.
Yes.
Then do you get another degree from that university as well, or a certificate? Sorry, or do you get I don't know. I'm from School of Liberal Arts. I didn't get to transfer towards my end, so I don't really know how this works.
Okay, so for me, it's when we go there, we get a dual award, which is basically we get Taylor certificate and certificate from there as well.
Yeah. Wow, that's so nice. You get to have 2 certificates by just doing 3 years the regular time. It's really cool. Okay, so why did you choose finance and economics?
Why did I choose? Okay, so economics was something that I did back in pre-U in college. And as for finance itself, I have interest towards finance because I was interested in how they do budgeting and how they how those financial institutions plan their budget and money and things like that. I have interest towards that field. Yeah.
All right. So would you say that Taylor's finance economics major is teaching you the things that you want to learn?
Yes, they are. Yes.
All right, that's very good to hear. All right, so moving on now to outside of your academics, what do you like to do for fun here in Taylor's University, aside from doing your favorite subject, which is finance and economics?
So in here Taylor's University, I actually joined 2 clubs, and they are actually Isaac and also Star Ambassadors. So Isaac is basically a club where they actually develop youth leadership in you, and you can learn a lot of different sets of skills in them depending on which department you go. And as for Star Ambassadors, what you do over there is you work during open days and you promote Taylors, and also basically getting to know a lot of students from different faculties and schools as well. Same goes for Isaac. So yeah.
Oh, that sounds interesting. So for any of you who are interested in joining any of the clubs here, like Isaac, which is youth leadership development, or if you're interested in doing Star Ambassadors, which is helping Taylors with the open days and the campus tours, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're interested in these kind of things, then you can be sure to ask Mei Ting all of these questions regarding Star Ambassadors or Isaac. All right, so how about your friends? Do you have friends, did you make friends from joining Isaac, Star Ambassadors, or did you have friends from your own course that you brought over to the clubs, or where do your friends come from?
Okay, so my friends from degree, I actually know them through classes and stuff. And one of my friends actually joined Star Ambassadors with me. So she's actually also involved in Star Ambassadors as well. I think you've seen her the other day if you've watched the video, which is Stephanie. She's also here as well.
Ah, Stephanie.
For Isaac, I joined myself and I actually got to know a lot of people from different fields of study and like even from pre-U, from degree and things like that. So it's actually quite interesting in the amount of people.
Right, definitely true. I guess when you join clubs, you're exposed to people definitely not just outside of your course, but outside of the year and maybe different faculties as well. So that's pretty cool. Right. So what did you like to do for fun outside of your classes and your clubs? Or are your clubs your way of having fun?
For fun outside, to be honest, I'm not very like active outside, but I guess like sometimes once in a while, if you say my hobby is I like to sing a bit, I like to, about those.
Oh, you like to sing?
Yes, I like to sing.
Would you like to sing now?
No.
No?
I'm shy.
Don't worry, I won't ask you to sing on a live chat. Don't worry,
Okay.
just to tease you a little bit. All right, so
Okay.
where do you like to eat here on campus?
Where do I like to eat here on campus? Okay, there are a few various places like Espresso, which is like nearby Maybank, and also as well as Grab Fresh. I really, really love the mac and cheese from Grab Fresh. I think it's really nice. And the spaghetti and the breakfast set from Espresso as well, it's also really good.
Oh, okay. Let's talk a little bit about these restaurants that you're mentioning and why do you recommend them. So let's start off with Espresso. So what do you like about Espresso and why do you recommend this spaghetti breakfast set? Well, yeah, please do tell me more.
Okay, so Espresso, it has a very nice ambience to it, and also like they have like a breakfast set, which is like you can just pick like a few food from there, maybe like sausages, hash browns, things like that.
Oh yeah, you can customize it.
Customize it, yes, yes. So you can like just pick out your breakfast like that, and it's actually kind of healthy, and it goes according to your choice. And as for spaghetti wise, it's like available after like 12 p.m. if I'm not wrong, and over there you can like kind of get like a selection of like carbonara and aglio olio, and it's actually pretty good it's a pretty good food.
Oh, that's good to hear. And then you also mentioned Grab Fresh. Could you please elaborate a little bit about that?
So Grab Fresh is actually like my go-to food, like especially when I'm in a rush or when I just really want to eat something quick and then go back to studying or like doing other stuff. So over there you can just kind of like get your mac and cheese, you can get your carbonaras and all that is pretty fast, and get sandwiches as well. It's basically your go-getter food, but it has a really good, like their food actually quite like pretty good.
Wow. So it sounds like you have quite a bit of knowledge regarding the food that you can choose from on campus.
Yeah.
So for those of you who may be interested in wondering what food is there to eat on Taylor's and what's good for on the go or what food is good for your value or healthy, now you can ask May Ting regarding all your food questions regarding Taylor's. Right. So we actually got a question from you viewers. Thank you so much for this question. So this question is, are the clubs you mentioned very hectic? Can you explain more on it?
Are the clubs I mentioned very hectic? Okay, so there are actually like a lot of clubs here in Taylor's. There's like a very wide variety. There's also sports as well. There's like business kind of like clubs. There's also like maybe like just co-curriculum in general. But some clubs are more high commitment than others. Some are like lower commitment. So it just depends on your interests and what you're looking for. To be honest, I would say for me, what I do is like if I have more time, especially like my year one, I would recommend joining a lot of clubs, and then you can just like choose like which one you like, which club you don't like, and you can choose whether to stay or not in it. Like they have nothing against you in it, so it's just really up to you. And for me, as for Isaac, it's much more of a high commitment club, but it actually made me like develop a lot. And what it did was that it made me foster some skills, like maybe how to talk to certain people, and also how to deal with my time management and things like that. And as for Star Ambassadors, it made me realize like how good is it in like trying to promote like an institution and getting to know like where you're actually studying, which is Taylor's. And through it, I'm like, oh, there's actually so much about Taylor's that I didn't know. So for Stars, it's mostly like open days and things like that. They also have a bit of like sessions where maybe they include activities with outside people. I'm not very sure if it's open to all members, but yeah. And for Isaac, it's about business. It's mostly business related. It's like an organization. It's like an NGO kind of thing, just that it's related to uni students. Because Isaac is like an international organization throughout like 126 countries. And it basically, that's why it fosters like cross-cultural exchanges and things like that.
Wow, that sounds very insightful. Sounds like if you guys have any questions regarding what clubs to join or when to join it or what your advice generally for clubs, it sounds like Ting is your person to go to. So if you have any questions regarding that, please don't hesitate to drop them in the box. All right, so we actually have another question, which is, it's regarding what you mentioned earlier about GrabFresh.
Oh, okay.
I love mac and cheese. What's the budget like for a student living there?
Okay, so the budget for in Taylor's, it's about 5 to, it could go up to about like 20 at most, but usually it's not.
Yeah.
So usually what I eat in Taylor's is like, there's this place called JC Pancakes, which they serve like pancakes and also like nasi lemak as well. If you order the kosong nasi lemak, it's actually $5, and it's not bad, to be honest. It has everything you need in a nasi lemak, just without the chicken. Yeah. And for other places, like for example miso, which is a Korean place, and also like mian dui mian, which is face to face. This is non-halal, but a lot of people go there and eat, and I'm pretty sure they have it a lot of outlets over here. We also have Subway as well. And as for GrabFresh, the mac and cheese, I think it's $10.90, but it's actually really good. It's worth the money actually. And also with espresso, about 15 for the whole package, but the ambience is really good and all that. You can just study and just chat there. So that's what you're really paying for, which is a good thing.
Wow. Sounds like if you guys have any questions regarding where to go regarding your budget, if budget is one of your criteria on where to eat, then it sounds like you know who to ask. All right. Mei-Ting, thank you so much for those insightful answers. So we have another question here. Thank you guys so much for asking more questions. We really appreciate that. Our next question is, how do you cope with both studies and clubs? Isn't it very busy and stressful?
Okay, I would say obviously with studies it comes with its own stress, and also with clubs they also come with their own stress because you have to juggle between both of them. But what I do is like, so during class I focus, I listen to lectures and all that, and when in clubs it's like it depends on what I have to do in the clubs. Let's just say I have something to do with the club on this day, then I'll plan out my time. Oh okay, so I've booking like maybe 3 hours for this club like thing for this day, and also like the other rest of the time I'm booking it for studies. So it's really about time management and how you're handling yourself. It's like really about discipline. So it is like, I would say it has its own stress, but with all this with you, like you're learning all this, it actually helps you a lot in like trying to manage your time and also learning a lot of things at the same time. So it's actually quite good if you can manage to do that. But that is how I manage.
Wow, that's really good. It sounds like even if it is hectic or stressful, it teaches you how to manage your time a lot better compared to how you were before.
Yes, before I joined clubs.
Wow, so if you want to learn how to manage your time, you join clubs and join hectic clubs, then you learn how to manage your time. Really cool. All right, thank you so much. We have another question. Thank you guys so much. This question is, how's the parking on campus? I heard other universities a bit hard to find parking or is expensive.
Okay, so there's actually parking for Taylor's. There's actually like in various places. Some are a little further than most, but let's just say if you come really early, there's actually a parking like behind just Taylor's here itself, and you can just park right there. Like, and also if you're lucky enough, maybe you come like about 10 or 12 or 2, then maybe like there's like parking spots for you, like someone's coming out and then you go there. The parking, there's actually a lot. It just depends on where you really want to park. There are some parkings where you have to pay. It's about $3, 3 ringgit per day. So it's actually quite a number of places you can park. It just depends on where you want to park and the distance you walk to Taylor's.
I think that's very true because I personally don't drive because I don't have a car, so I don't drive to Taylor's. But I do know that we have some parking which is you have to pay, but there is some parking that's free. Yes. And it just depends on which parking that you want, because some parking is nearer to Taylor's and other parking is a bit further away. You have to walk quite a bit more. But it's not, even then that's not so far also, right? So I think you have a wide variety of options to park in Taylor's. So where do you normally park?
For me, I actually park at a place, like students here call it Narnia, because it goes like into the unknown. Okay, I'm not going to that pun, but basically it stretches out like towards like the other side. But where I park there is because like a lot of students park there. So it's like when you go there or somewhere, you tend to feel safer because a lot of students like park there and all that. So like when you walk there also, it's like it's not that scary and all that. But of course, when you park anywhere at night, it's obviously scary. So what I'll suggest is that when I park at night, I park at the area, it's like next to commercial block, the shops mall. I park next to there, which is like $3 per day to kind of like ensure my safety and so that I don't need to walk as much also, especially when I have club meetings and all that, like after 6. Yeah.
Wait, so you normally take the parking that costs 3 ringgit lah?
Only if I'm staying back until night. Yes.
Ah, okay. And you mentioned the commercial block, the shops mall. Could you elaborate more about that?
Okay, so commercial and shops mall is basically where all the accommodation is, where all the food actually is. It's like they have a lot of restaurants right there. We have like basically we have Tian Chu, which is basically I think it's called Imperial Kitchen. It's very famous.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that it's non-halal. But the thing about it is like the food there is really good. It's almost always packed at all times, unless it's like maybe at night.
Yeah. Every time I pass by, I always see it's very full. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then I see the plates also have big portions. Is that true?
Yes. Especially the fried rice. The fried rice has really big portions. So if you're girls, you can actually share if you want to.
Oh, that's a very helpful tip.
Yeah.
Wow, sounds like a very senior tip that if you can't finish your food, you can just go with a bunch of friends and then just order one meal but share amongst each other. Oh, that's a really good tip.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you find? Aside, what is this place called again?
Imperial Kitchen.
Imperial Kitchen. Okay. What about all the other places? I remember earlier you mentioned that we have Subway.
Yes, we have Subway as well. So it's like when you're usually like when people just want to like faster like go back to study and all that, you just like kind of just get Subway, eat quickly, chat a bit, then just head straight up to the library.
Wow, it sounds like we have a variety of options here. It's like if you want like a long meal to sit for a while, then the fried rice is one place that you can have.
Yeah.
Or if you want to like just have a quick bite and then go back to studying, then we have Subway,
Grab Fresh.
Well, what about Grab Fresh?
What about Grab Fresh? Because they serve the food actually pretty quick, because I think they kind of prepare most of the ingredients beforehand already. So like basically when you order, you just have to wait like a few minutes and then you get your food, just like eat, and you can just straight away go to the library. You can just go or you can go home if you want to.
Oh wow, nice. Are you a coffee drinker?
Sadly, no.
Sadly, no. It's okay. Me too. I'm not a coffee drinker either. Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right. So we actually have another question. Thank you so much. Keep those questions coming. We really appreciate them. Yeah. In fact, this live chat is for you guys. So if you guys have questions, then we'll be answering them. And the most relevant people to listen to these answers are for you. So please don't feel shy. All right. So this next question is there a gym room in Taylor's? I think they mean, is there a gym? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's actually like a gym in URAS, which is actually our accommodation at Shops Mall. I'm not very sure if students can access it or not. I'm not too sure we can access it. Okay, yeah, students can access it. So basically to pay like a fee for every month to go. I'm not very sure what's the fee, but we do have one there, and you can like kind of like overlook a view as well if you go to the edge. It's actually quite nice.
All right. So you're not a member of the gym there, are you?
No, I'm not.
It's okay. I'm not a member of the gym either, but I need to start working out.
Me too.
Yeah, we work out. We work out.
Yes, we work out together.
We work out together. All right. So, aside from the gym and all these other restaurants, what do you normally do after class? Like, do you just wait for your club meetings, or like after class, do you just go home straight? And you mentioned that you stay until nighttime for clubs. Like, what is your daily life like? I know some people after class they go straight home, but for some people they stay up until late night here. But what is your life like after class?
Okay, so most of my classes actually end at 6, and my class meetings are about 6 to 8. So it's like after my club, like usually like the times when I actually have my club meetings are on the days which I don't have to have school, but I do come like early, so it's like I can study before, maybe like at 10 a.m. and I come and study and all that until like maybe until 5. I grab like a quick bite, then after at 6 to 8 I go for my meetings, and sometimes like I end classes at 6, like maybe from 10 to 6, and there's 2 hours break in between, like a 2 to 4. So I grab a lunch during that break, and then from 6 I tend to go home because I want to spend time with my family. So yeah, that's basically my life, and I go back, I study, I bath, about those. Yeah.
Wow, sounds like a very studious student. Like it sounds like studying is a huge part of your daily routine.
Kind of.
I cannot relate. I'm not a study type. I just do my best, close my eyes, and just do my best in the exams. But don't be like me, be like her, where you study for your exams, okay? Yeah. All right, good. So it looks like we have another question. Wow, you guys are really booming with questions. Keep them coming. All right, so this next question is, what are the different places to study besides the library? Okay, so this takes into assumption that we study in the library, which is mostly true. But we also go there just to, if you want to read books for fun, you also can do that. And we have a cafe in the library as well. So if you want to study in the library, you can, but there are more things that you can do there as well. But aside from studying at the library, where else can you study?
Okay, so we actually have a place called Student Life Center. So Student Life Center, like you don't really like try to study there because it's a bit noisy, but you can have discussions there with your friends about projects and things like that. It's like there's like a few very big tables for you to work on and all that. If you can find a seat, because it's mostly packed, but that's what's so good about it as well. And outside library, there's like on the second floor, throughout the whole second floor, the hallway, we have like tables and chairs all around. So you can just find a seat there, just chill. It's actually very cooling, and it's like sometimes you feel the breeze like blowing into you, and it's very nice to just like sit there, talk with your friends, or you can just do your work there as well. I've seen like various like students already, they can conduct maybe some of your MPU, which is a Malaysian Pelajaran Umum, which is something that's compulsory for university here to take. Yeah, they actually conduct some of their projects there, like for example, a MOVE project there.
I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they do there. And it's basically where everyone can kind of just go to and just see you like that.
All right. You mentioned the Student Life Center, right? So can you talk more about this? Like, what is that exactly? For those who have never been to Taylor's, they're probably wondering, what is this Student Life Center? Could you help us imagine what exactly is that? Is that only for studying? Is it like a random public open space that any student can use, or what do you think it is?
So Student Life Center, the short name is for SLC. So basically what they do is like there's also like a pool table there for you to just chill. There's also like various different seats and just like sofa chairs for you to just sit there and just talk among your friends as well. It's basically a place to chill, to study, to like play a bit of pool, or to just like have a bit of discussions. It's like it's open to all students, so you can go anytime, in and out whenever you want. And it's like about like the first floor. When you just like step into Taylor's a bit, there's like the admin is over here. When you step into Taylor's, the admin's on your left. It's on your left side. You go forward a bit, and that's your Student Life Center right there.
All right. Oh, thank you for sharing about the Student Life Center. All right. So it looks like we have another question here. Okay. This question is, what are your favorite memories in Taylor's University?
My favorite memories, I would say, because I actually joined a club called Entrepreneur and Entrepreneurship before. What we did here is that we actually had a 3 days camp, which is like 3 days, 2 nights here. So basically it's like giving us like a talk and a workshop about the whole like club thing, and about like maybe about things about personal development about that. So what I enjoy is like staying up pretty late with like my girlfriends, and we just like chatting by the lake and just talking to them, because we actually had this like camp here where we lived in classes, and we kind of like we had to bring our sleeping bags and all that, so it's kind of like a very impromptu, like kind of like getaway kind of thing. So it's actually pretty interesting. Another interesting memory that I had, it was just like recently. So for marketing, we had this project called Fresh Mart project, which is one of our assignments as well. It was like we're planning how to sell food as a class. Like we have also different departments like marketing, logistics, human resource and all that. I have human resource, so basically I'm in charge of like making the timetable and also kind of like making sure everyone's there at the same time. But overall, it was a very good experience because we learned a lot about how to market our products to people, and also how we use different things that we learn in marketing, because it's a marketing subject, and we applied it there, so we actually learned a lot about marketing from there.
All right, nice. Earlier you mentioned about going to the lake and just chilling there. So aside from the lake being just like a lake there, what do students and you in particular do? Like you go there just like reflect with your friends about life, or like, because I know we can't really use the lake, right? But the lake is there for us to just sit there and chill. Is that what you do with your girlfriends as well?
Pretty much, we just like sit there and just chill, and then basically just talk about life, especially at night. It's like quiet, and it's actually a very nice view. It's actually a really nice view. I love it a lot. And also like at certain places you can just kind of like just see the lake and all that, and it's quite calming, I would say. Like we just go there, basically just talk, and sometimes we see the cute ducks. We actually have a duck here that's named Anthony. Yeah, and we just kind of just like see the ducks, and it's like, pretty much just chilling. Chilling.
Sounds like a nice place to reflect at night. Yeah, I like it. I guess this lake can really, even though it's there for not a purpose to reflect, but people can use it to reflect, which is pretty cool because of the calming ambience that we can get there. That's pretty cool. All right, so this next question is, why is there a mini house near the lake?
Okay, so the mini house, I remember it was actually a student who actually like made the whole thing itself. So the purpose of that mini house was it's like trying to promote like environmental friendliness, like basically like being environmental friendly and being like sustainably like environmental friendly. So what they did was like they built a little house. There's actually a bed in there. It's like a small shower, and like behind the little house, there's like places for you to sit and all that. It looks really cute and very cool. But I think it's like a very good way to promote like, oh, we have to be environmental friendly and all things like that. I can't remember where the student like was studying or what the student was actually doing, but I would say this project actually has quite a significant meaning behind it. That's why I said like what I just said.
Right, definitely agreed. Right. So we have another question, and this question is the Student Life Center, so this is regarding the Student Life Center again.
Okay.
Is the Student Life Center open till late at night?
Okay, Student Life Center, if I'm not wrong, it's about maybe 5, 6 p.m. I don't think I've seen it open until at night because if it's until at night, sometimes it's like there's no people and it's kind of like wasting electricity as well. And most of students will actually usually go to library. Oh, the library closes at 9 p.m. on weekdays, and also on weekends I think it's 5 p.m. if I'm not wrong. And they're not open on public holidays.
Wow, you seem to be very knowledgeable regarding the library in particular.
Yeah.
So if you have questions about the library, Ting. Alright, actually I think I can help you answer the SLC question, that Student Life Center question. So actually Student Life Center, from what I know is that it closes, you're right, at 6 p.m. on regular days. But if you are from a club in Taylor's, or let's say you're a student that wants to host an event, you can actually book the Student Life Center and have it extend from 6 to 9, and then you can have your event there, like maybe a welcoming party, a gathering of sort, and then you can have whatever event there, and then it closes at around 9-ish. So it normally closes at 6, but you can book it and extend it until later at night. So I guess that's a very good thing that students can utilize the Student Life Center, because you're right, if it's just left open, the electricity is going to be quite wasted there. Yeah. So
I didn't know this, but I'm good that you mentioned it right now.
Learn something new today. Yes, because I'm actually a third year. I actually just graduated from Taylor. So if you have any questions, then you can ask me. But if you guys have any questions, you ask her, because you don't need to ask me. I feel like it's time to give the throne to the younger generation. You're how old are you?
I'm 19 this year.
You're 19 this year. Yeah, younger generation, right here. All right. You also mentioned that the SLC, the Student Life Center, had a pool table.
Yes.
Yeah. So clearly, it sounds like it's more than just studying. So could you talk about what more we can do there? So I guess I'm sure most people will assume that the Student Life Center is just a place to study, right? But I'm sure with the mentioning of a pool table, this sounds like you can actually go there for fun.
Yeah, you can actually go there for fun. Go there to play pool with your friends, but you have to pay, I think like a bit just for playing the pool table.
Yeah. I think like 2 ringgit-ish.
Yeah,
very cheap.
Then you can just chill there at the sofa area and you just kind of like do your work with your laptops on your lap as well, or you can just talk with your friends the whole time. Like no one will bother you, no one will ask you to get out. You can just chill there all on your own, you know? Like there's nothing. It's actually you can just do whatever you want there, to be honest. But of course, no smoking, no other things like that, of course.
Oh yes, of course. Student Life Center, keep it friendly for everyone. Yes. Alright, so we have this last question here. So this last question is there a place where I can study till late night?
Place where you can study till late night. Okay, I would say the areas outside the library, you can study over there and all that. Like if you don't mind like being a bit of a dim lighting, but you can actually study there and it's like no one really disturb you because there's like not much people at night. It's actually very peaceful there as well. But if you really want to study like at a cooler area, you can also study at the library until 9. And we actually have a study room which opens like 24 hours, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 24 hours, so that you can study like until, I don't know, or however you want. But of course, take care of your health. Please sleep on time.
Take care of your health.
Yeah, it's very important when you're in uni to take care of your health.
Definitely true. So it sounds like if you want to study in the library, you can only stay until 9. But outside the library, you're open for however long you like. And there's a study room for 24 hours. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Ting, it looks like we've come to our time here. Thank you so much for sharing with us your experiences and your knowledge to all the potential people who might want to come to Taylor's. I'm sure they've gained a lot of insight from you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you too, Daniel.
Thank you. All right, so this concludes our live chat session for today. Catch us tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock and we'll be having another person named Shania. So that's all for today, folks. Thank you so much and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Thank you for joining us.
Okay,
Bye.